after a little bit of technical issues, we are here. Tipsy Tuesday Mastermind with Marlon Hurd. We're going to be going over taxes today. Super excited to have Marlon on with us today. He is like the master of taxes. He knows all the different ins and outs and all that good stuff. I will let you know that we are not accountants. We are not here to tell you what to do. We're here to give you advice on how to write things off and how to do things. So I would definitely recommend talking to an accountant about what we're going over and things like that, because we are not, I don't know, you're not CPA certified, are you, Marlon?
Nope, I just let people know what they have access to. That's
right. So Marlon's in the house. How are you? How have you been?
I'm good. Keep talking. Give me 30 more seconds. Hold on 1 second. Keep going.
Okay. So we had a little bit of technical issues today with Tipsy Tuesday. Normally I can do a pretty cool screen share with you guys so that you can see it real nice and bright and tight on Facebook. So if you are on Facebook right now, I'm live from my phone, so it is going to be pretty blurry and messy. So jump over to tipsytuesdaymastermind.net and grab a seat and then jump on, and you can actually be there and ask questions and things like that. But as of right now, so I just got done doing my taxes. Prior to my online marketing adventure, I guess you could say, I actually owned a screen printing company with my husband for 7 years, and we ended up, I got to learn all about QuickBooks and all that good stuff. And along the journey, between selling crafts and starting direct sales and all the different things that I dabbled into, I started doing some QuickBook data for other businesses here locally in Colorado. So I know a thing or two about the type of things that you can write off, you know, such as your membership fees and things like that. But Marlon here is actually the master of like all of it, understanding the W-2, understanding how to get you to be able to actually, you know, have extra money on your paycheck in order to pay and help you boost your business going forward. So Marlon, how have you been? Introduce yourself. Let us know about you.
What's up, everybody? This is Marlon Hurd. Definitely want to thank you for being on here. I've been in home-based business now. This summer will mark 15 years. I've been in the home-based business industry. Currently, I'm a part owner and vice president, director of training of a home-based business company. Exciting news. We just hit the $1 million status. We now own $1 million company.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's crazy. It's crazy being on this side of the game, you know, when I was an associate for so many years. So, you know, really exciting. And all that means is that, you know, we're now in a position to pay out more money. But, you know, over the years of being in network marketing, I rarely do you have a company that teaches its associates and just people about everything you need to know with business. All right. Because I know a lot of people join network marketing to become financially independent, financially free. But there's an entire process to this outside of the company. All right. Your company or your business is just part of the process. All right. It's just it's just the vehicle that helps you bring the extra money in. OK. And it's not, you know, it's how much money can you keep. So one of the things about having a business, especially, you know, living here in the United States or just North America, are taxes. So I'm not a tax professional. I'm not CPA certified. I just got some books and read, period. All right. And, you know, you should try that as well, too. A lot of people, you know, they ask you all the time, well, Marlon, how do you do it? And I said, well, go get the book. And they never get the book. I'm talking about never get the book, never read it. So get some books and read it. I tell you all the time, your education strategy, that is your income strategy. So what I'm gonna do real quickly Did I bring the books down here? I sure did. They're behind the computer over there. I'm going to share some things with you, and this is going to work for both sides. It's going to work for individuals who are not in business. It's going to work for business people who are in business. If you're not in business, you need to join one right now. Okay? I don't care who introduced you to a home-based business or one of those things that you would call it. Join it right now, especially being at the beginning of this year. Go join a business. All right? Not because it's, to be out there being a hard-nosed recruiter and sponsor. You don't have to be all of that. Everyone should have a business in their back pocket. There's a book out there called How to Drastically Lower Your Taxes by Sandy Bakken. Sandy Bakken used to be an IRS attorney. Chapter 1 says you'll be brain dead not to have a home-based business. You don't already have one already. That's chapter 1. It says brain dead. I was like, wow, that was a smack in the face. So, I'm just going to be sharing some things with you that a lot of people just don't know when it comes to taxes. You think you do, but you don't. Okay. So right now, and also this is going to be good for people who are in business that want to recruit more people. Okay. I want to recruit more people. This form right here, I don't know if is that backwards or is it right? Right.
You're good. Yeah, it's good.
I'm looking at it backwards. All right. This form right here is called the Form W4. Okay. Now, a lot of people, including yourselves and those individuals that you're looking to prospect and recruit into your businesses, have only seen this form one time, right? The day they got the job. Okay. And a lot of people fill this form out and they're just like, oh yeah, I'm about to get a paycheck, and have no idea what this is. Okay. This form at the top, if you want to get one of these yourselves, go to irs.gov/W4, print one off. Okay. I did a training on this, a video. I have my camera like this and is watching my hands fill this out. Okay. Also at the end of this, I create a special link just for people who are part of Tipsy Tuesday, where you can go get my whole financial offense training half off, but it's only for you all. And it's only for those people who want it. Like, you got to let me know today, because after the day, I'm cutting it off. All right. I put this whole module thing together on how to become financially free and really do it the right way. Okay. So at the top of this thing, it says the purpose of this form is so that your employer can withhold the correct federal income tax from your pay. Consider completing a new Form W4 each year and when your personal or financial situations change. Every year, your personal and financial situations change, but you never go and get this form. Why? No one ever told you what it is. All right, they just told you need one of these to get the job. And in your mind, like, I need the paycheck. Okay, so I'm talking to you and those people you're looking to prospect. I'm also going to give you some psychology of how people are thinking. All right, their education strategy is grade school job. All right, grade school job, but no one knows that they have control over how their income works. Okay, now on page 1, letters A through H. Okay. Just ask yourself, is this for me? These letters right here, read each one and ask, is this for me? Okay. Now, on line E, it says head of household. So, fellas, this doesn't mean that I'm the head of the house. I smack my wife and kids around. That's not what that means. Okay. You want to, right, Phoebe, woman, me want meat.
Popeye, chicken Popeye.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Right now. Okay, so head of household, at the top, it explains to you what head of household means. Okay, so just go through each one and ask yourself, is this you? On line H, all right, on line H, you get the total number and you put it down on 5. All right. Now, a lot of you, your situation changed since you got your job, right? Some of you have gotten married. Some of you got divorced. Some of you had kids. Some of you had to take on an elderly parent. Maybe you had to take on your sister's kids or your family's kids. Something you lost your job. Something changed. All right. Well, if you lost your job, you don't need this, but maybe you're making less income on your job. Something changed. Okay. So update this now. Page 2. No, listen, nobody looks at page 2 because normally it's like this. All right. is this, and then you turn it over in the back, you have that. All right, it's normally one page. Nobody looks at page 2. Why? Because no one tells you look at page 2. All right, they just want to get your butt in the job so that they can start milking you. That's the whole goal. All right, this is the kind of stuff that's not taught. Page 2 are for those individuals that work full time and have a part-time business. The thing about having a business, ladies and gentlemen, is that it buffers taxes. All right, now, regardless of how you feel about the man, Donald Trump is a businessman. And everybody's all like, oh my gosh, he hasn't paid his taxes. And the only people who are fussing right now, the people who don't understand business. All he's doing is using the laws that are already out there. All right. It's just that majority of people in the country don't know the laws. They don't know the business tax laws. So they're like, oh my gosh, get him out of there. And I guarantee you, if they learn the tax laws, they would understand, like, okay, I understand. Like when they said that on the news, I was like, the boy using the laws. Okay. So it's like somebody said, you know, go walk to that door. It's $1 million over there. You go walk the other door. Like, oh my gosh, they got the $1 million. Like he told you walk to the door, silly. Okay. I'm sorry. My dad used to talk to us like this when we was kids growing up. And we used to be cracking up. We used to be looking at him like, but I never forgot it. Okay. Now, page 2 is for those who have businesses. All right. Now, in order for page 2 to work, okay, you must, number 1, be in a business. Number 2, you must keep great documentation of all of your business spending. All right. There's an application out there that's called TaxBot. All right. TaxBot is the number 1 tax spending documentation software out there. All right. I'm going to give you access to my link because we have a relationship with TaxBot through our company where you can get it cheaper. But it's even better than QuickBooks. QuickBooks doesn't complete the process. They're going to assume that you have some other documentation software outside of that. QuickBooks just talks about what happened to the money and where it's going, but it doesn't keep the documentation. So TaxBot. All right, TaxBot, at the end of the year, TaxBot prints out an IRS compliant report of all the spending you have. And you take that to your tax professional and they just be able to read the report. They have a picture of all your receipts, all the mileage, everything. TaxBot is off the chains. All right, you can connect your banks to it, your credit cards. So if there's any spending that you weren't able to catch, you can go right over to your bank statement and drag it over to TaxBot. All right, and then categorize it. This thing is wicked, okay? So on line 1 on page 2 is where you would put your deductions. All right, line 1, page 2, where you put your deductions. Now, line 2 is called the standard deductions. All right, everybody gets the standard deductions. You see that? 12.7, was it 12.7, 9, 350, 6, 350. And it all depends on who you are. Are you married? Are you single? Had a household? You choose who you are. Remember, which one is me? Now, on line 1, the safest bet is to add $6,000 from line 2. All right. So if you are married, filing jointly, on line 1, you will put 18.7. Okay. Now, what 18.7 represents are your deductions. Okay. Now, you're gonna spend between, you know, a home-based business owner anywhere between $15,000 and $20,000 a year. That could be considered a deduction. All right. Now you join a business. Now your light bill, you know, let's say your light bill is $200, and like this section of my kitchen I use for business. Let's say that's 20% of your house square footage. Well, you get to write off 20% of your light bill, which is $40. Is that right? Yes, $40. Okay. Now, every month you write off $40. What's 40 times 12? That's $4,800 on your light bill. You're able to write off because that's the percentage of your home or your apartment that you use for business. Same thing with your water bill. Same thing with your electricity. Okay. So now if it's more than 18.7, that's okay. But you're just going to write this now so that you can turn this into your HR department. So you're going to put 18.7 at the top. And then on line 2, you're going to write 12.7. But whatever you are, if you're single or married filing separately, you're going to put 12.350. On line 2, you're going to put 6.350. Okay? And then at the end of this, I'm going to give you some other things that you can deduct and just some things you probably haven't thought about, okay? Now, what you want to do is that you want to subtract line 1 from line 2, and on line 3, you're going to get 6,000. I know you're like, well, Marlon, that's simple. Yeah, but just want to make sure you get it right. Line 3, you're going to put 6,000, okay? On line 4, you're going to put 40.50. And these are any adjustments to income from last year's 1040. All right, and you're going to be looking at lines 23 through 36 on last year's 1040. All right, and on that part of 1040, you're going to be looking at things like student loan, interest, any alimony, anything like that. But for right now, you're just going to put 40.50. That's the standard. Okay, but until you can find your 1040 that's up under all the books in the dust with coffee stains on it, then we're just gonna write 40.50 on there, okay? Because after you do the tax, you be like, "Whoo, I got my tax refund." You just throw the stuff anyway. Okay? All right. Now on line 5, you're gonna enter any non-wage income. Now those things like dividends and interest, like you got some stocks and bonds, things of that nature. Most people don't have this stuff. Why? Because they weren't taught to get this stuff. You know, I talk to most people and they say, yeah, you got any dividends and interest? They're like, what is that? Right? I got interest in this training you're doing, but I don't have any other kind of interest. So you're going to put 0 on that line. All right. Now you're going to add lines 4 and 5. All right. Hold on. All right. 6. All right. Yeah. So 3 and 4, you're going to add. On line 5 is 0. So on line 6, you're going to have a total of like $10,050. All right. Line 6, 10, because you got the 6,000 from before. You add the 40.50. You're going to have 10,050. All right. On line 6. And then on line 7, you divide the 10,050 by 4,050, and you're going to get 2.48. All right. So what do? You drop the decimal. And then you add the 2 to the number on page 1, which is on line H. So let's say line H was 5. Okay, and then you add 2 from line 8. And then you add them all together, and now your allowances are 7. So just by joining a business, you added 2 more allowances to your paycheck, which means that less taxes are going to be coming off your paycheck. Now, know this, all right? Your refund is going to be either drastically lower or non-existent because you're now getting that money on your paycheck. Okay, a refund means that you just paid too much, right? They get your tax money and then they go out and do whatever with it, all right? And then they're like, oh, you paid too much money. Let me give you that back. But listen, you need that money right now. All right. You need the money. You need it yesterday. Okay. But the only way to get that is that you have to own a business. Now, how many people don't know this? Right? That the plan was to have as many people as you can not know this stuff. So they could just be what? Like sheep, just dumb and stupid, and just everybody's like, oh yeah, let's keep them scared. Right, you know. Remember they had the code. It was like red, yellow, orange, you know, blue. Everybody's like, "Oh shit!" I'm sorry. Oh shoot, it's red today, and no one would leave the house. And then you'd be like, "Okay, well it's yellow. I can leave the house now." Oh, it's back to orange. Go pick the kids up from the school. As long as you keep people scared and dumb, you can tell them anything you want to do. All right. This is something that a lot of people need to know. So when you're out there prospecting people, let them know about this, right? When you join this business, I don't care if it's let's say it's $500 to join your business. And somebody says, well, oh, well, such and such, I don't have the money. I'm like, yes, you do. All right. You show them this, they start getting the extra money back in their paycheck, they can join your business. All right. Because if they don't join a business, they're going to owe this back. Because eventually the IRS is going to figure it out. Trust me. They're going to figure it out. They're going to be, oh, wait a minute. How you make these changes? I don't see any 1099 income coming to, oh, you're going to have to owe all that back. They're going to go back 3 years. You're going to have to owe everything. All right. So join the business, adjust your Form W-4 if you're working full time. If you're out there recruiting people, don't lead with your business. Nobody cares about your business. Nobody cares about your comp plan. They don't care if your product can make them go from 900 pounds to 9 pounds tomorrow. They don't care. All right. Lead with the things that's going to help them solve their pains. They need money right now. So share this with them. So now that they're educated, because in their mind, they're like, dang, everybody at work need to know this. And then you start a movement. Okay. So hope this helps somebody today. Form W-4, if you want to know more about this works. I put all this together in something called Financial Offense that really teaches people how to become financially independent. Because your business is not going to help people become financially independent. All right. It's not going to be the be all the end. Yeah, it's going to help them make more money, because majority of people in network marketing are only going to reach maybe an extra $1,000 a month. Maybe. All right. Those people who get the 5s and 10s and 20s and 30s, those are anomalies. All right. But majority of people in network marketing, $1,000, maybe $1,500 a month. But if you understand the financial freedom process, this is all part of the process, then you'll know what to do, with that income. You're going to need to know, the process. All right. When I became financially independent, it wasn't from my company. It was understanding that process. I was like, oh, okay, this is how it works. Okay. Now, books. This is it. I'm telling all the stuff I'm telling y'all, this book right here. I read it and I read it again, and then I read. Look at this. The corners are turned up, right? I go to my special room that has a sink and a toilet in it. I do some reading. Okay. All right. That way the kids don't bother me. All right, and I learned. So let me tell you some things. I'm pretty sure you probably heard me talk about this before. Children. If you have children, all right, learn this stuff, teach them this stuff, and then hire them into your business. I'm going to tell you how to do this. Pay attention. If you have a child 6 and older, hire your child, okay? First thing you want to do, go to Word, type something up. Say, my company's called Hurd's LLC. Hurd's LLC hires, oldest daughter's name is Nyla, hires Nyla Hurd to be an assistant. She is whatever, coffee getter, whatever, paper stacker, I don't care. And then you sign it, I signed it, and she signed it. Go get some time cards or just get some index cards and say, Nyla Hurd works for Hurd's LLC these days and these times. Just make some stuff up. And she gets paid $50 a week. Go open your child a bank account. All right. When you pay your child in a check. Why check, Marlon? Because you need a paper trail from Hurd's LLC to Nyla Hurd in her bank account. Then you go in your TaxBot app. Look for payroll. Pay Nyla $50 for stacking paper. Deduct it. Now, when she wants something, she can now pay for it with tax-free dollars. And if that stuff that she buys is considered a business item, you can write that off again.
Get out. Really?
So she needs to go buy some notebooks. Notebooks is considered office supplies. Write it off again.
That's awesome.
You wonder how the wealthy stay wealthy? They know stuff you don't know. That's it. The only difference is that you don't know it. You don't know it. And sometimes when you do hear, you still don't believe it because your mind hasn't been groomed to process this stuff. It's a different process. That's it. It's nothing different. You just don't know it. The wealthy do this all the time. All right. You ever wonder how? And please don't take offense to this, but only reason I'm saying because I've watched this growing up. You ever wonder how these rich white kids get these Mercedes Benzes at 16? At 6 years old, the family hires the kid at 6. You can pay your kid up to $6 grand a year and write it off. 6 to 16 is 10 years of getting $6,000 a year. That's 60 grand. They take the money, go buy a brand new car, cash. And then because the child works for the company business, almost all the miles on that car is a deduction too, because it's not a business item. Let me tell y'all something. This is why they stay rich and we stay broke, because they just know the game. They know the laws. All right, that big screen television you want to buy, have one presentation in your house. Take pictures, people sitting around. Do the presentation on the big screen television. It is now a presentation monitor right off your $1,500 television.
It is crazy.
Your furniture. Have one presentation in your house. Your furniture is now office furniture. Write it off. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all having a Super Bowl party on Sunday. As long as you let the people know that's coming to your house for the Super Bowl party prior to that, during halftime, we're going to talk business. The whole Super Bowl party is written off. Yep. Send out emails, send out notifications on Facebook, take pictures. Hey, Super Bowl party at Marlon's house. Hey, halftime, we're going to talk a little bit of business, maybe talk about how you get some more money back on your paycheck, and that whole party, food, everything written off because you had a presentation during the party. So I'm trying to tell y'all, this game is so wicked, it's so unfair, but those are the laws. And if you want to become successful, learn the laws, share them, teach people. This is the value. This is the things that people need. This is stuff that people need to know. All right, so I'm doing coaching on this. I put a training together on this. You need to know it. Period. Everybody needs to know this stuff. Because I guarantee you, the only laws that will not change in this country are the tax laws. Or the business, I'm sorry, the tax laws do change, but how business works. All right? The laws for employees change all the time. Right? That business is doing well, we hiring. The business not doing well, we releasing, but the business is still here. All right? The laws of business don't change. So get yourself a business. You want to be recession proof, get a business. When things are great, people are joining. When things are not great, people losing jobs, people are joining. Get recession proof. Learn this process. I'm telling you, it's you'll be magic. I tell people this stuff, they be like, "Oh man, I know that." I'm like, "I know you did." It's like getting a tumor cut off your neck. Everybody been staring at, like, "Oh my gosh, thank you." So, that's my piece. I hope this was good for you all.
I love it. I mean, and that's the thing is that so many people don't realize that, you know, there are so many write-offs. I mean, if you sell your product to your best friend and you go out to happy hour, you write it off. You talk about it, you write it off. I mean, it's an absolutely amazing thing what business can do and how it can be brought back to you during taxes as well.
Mm-hmm. So, but here's the thing. I'm going to give you all the link to the book. Listen, get the book. But the minute I found out about it, I bought it that day. It's only one place you can get it because they update it every year. And once you get the book, you're now part of the email list, and they send you out emails all the time. I mean, about just great tax information. And they have webinars all the time. When you get tax bot, they have webinars all the time on this stuff. I learned how you can write off 100% of, because, you know, meals and entertainment is 50%. I found out how you can write off 100% in this webinar. I'm about to make a training on that. The information is just so powerful when it comes to owning a business, especially living in North America. And but I'm telling you, learn the business, learn the game, and it'll put you miles ahead. And for those of you who are in businesses that require, recruiting people, let them know this. I don't lead with my company. I lead with this. I've recruited about almost 15 people in the last 10 days. Just let people know about this. This right here, get more money back on your paycheck. It had nothing to do about the car bonus. They didn't care about that. Hold on, you can give me some money right now? Yeah, right now. Show them how to fill this out. They join the business, and then they're telling everybody, oh man, I told such about this tax thing. Marlon, that's how the three-way go. Marlon, tell about this tax thing. It's no Mr. Hurd, they tell about this tax thing. And they be like, whoa. And it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, one more thing, one more key I want to let you all know. Really important. By your third year in business, because when you join a home-based business, you are considered a sole proprietor. All right. By your third year in business, you want to have established an LLC and start doing all your business doing LLC. The reason why is that it lowers your chance of being audited. And if you ever do become audited, you don't have to prove that deduction was a deduction. Okay, you just have to show that you deducted it. So if you're a sole proprietor and on your fourth year or fifth year you get audited, then it's going to be your word against the IRS. They're going to be like, yes, that was a deduction. They'll be like, no, that was not a deduction. But if you have an LLC, you just have to show proof. All right, I saw here that you deducted blah, blah, blah. Just send us proof you're good. So by your third year, all right, in business, if you're a home-based business owner or what have you, network marketer, establish your LLC with your state, get an EIN, and instead of using your social to join the company, send the information in with your EIN. And now when you get paid, your company's getting paid, and then your company pays you. Okay, so now you work for your own company. So the company now pays you. So that's something that's very important. So if you're rounding your third year in business, go establish yourself in the LLC. So just in case you ever get audited, because auditing is a random thing, you'll be good. And if everybody wants to come attack you, then they can't attack your assets, only the business assets. That's what limited liability company means. That somebody will say, well, I want to sue you. Well, you suing Hers LLC, and Hers LLC is worth $2. So sorry, that's what you get in $2. So so you want to make sure that you do that.
How do you go about doing that?
Well, you can either go to LegalZoom or go to your state's Secretary of State. All right. So whatever state you're in, the Secretary of State holds all the LLCs for that state. So just go online, Secretary of State of Colorado, Secretary of State of Georgia, Ohio, wherever you're, Texas. Go to Secretary of State. I know here in Georgia it's $100. The EI, because once you have your LLC established, you get your articles of organization. You go set up your business checking account. You get your business debit card. You get your business checks, so that when you pay your kids, you pay with the business check, and then you go to the IRS and hey, I got my article of organization, and establish yourself an EIN. Just go to irs.gov, type in EIN, and that process is free. But every state is different. I know here in Georgia it's $100.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. So what is the website that everybody can go to?
I'm creating a new one right now. I was trying to jump on, but this was driving me crazy. So I'm on Facebook. So connect with me on Facebook. Say, hey, Marlon, send me the link, because I'm putting up a new one just for you all. I created one just for this. Hold on. Facebook. Facebook.com/Hurd LLC. I'm putting it in the chat area. The chat taking its sweet time.
Yeah, and then make sure that you give it to me because I will post it on this live on Facebook.
Okay, yeah, so
I'll go edit the post, and so come back to this live on Facebook if you're live on Facebook, and the link will be there here within the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go finish that, and the link is specific for everybody that's part of this. I'll leave it up for a few days, and after that, I'll take it down. But I did a special price just for you all, so everybody has access to this. You have access to me as well, and but only through that special link. So, so I hope this was valuable to everyone. This is exciting stuff. I love teaching and sharing it, and help people get better in these areas.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming out. It's always a pleasure to have you, and you just have such a different way of going about the recruiting, and it's so amazing to watch you like develop as this. I mean, it's just amazing, different way to open up people to businesses, because it is an absolute benefit to have a business. And the truth is that our little ones, their jobs are going away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and if you don't figure this out for yourself now, then your kid's going to have a hard time trying to figure it out later. You might as well figure it out for them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So really quickly, if you haven't read Rich Dad Poor Dad, go back and read it again. There's a section in Rich Dad Poor Dad where Robert Kiyosaki at the age of 9 understood what was going on. So here's what I did with my 10-year-old. I told her, I said, hey, Ava, Dad wants you to do something. Hey, I gave her all these things to do. And I said, okay, at the end of the week, I'm gonna pay you 25 cents. And she looked at me like, she's like, Daddy, that's not a lot of money. I said, well, hey, you're getting paid. And so the whole week went by, and I gave her a quarter. And so she kind of looked at the quarter like, and so I said, okay, well, if you do this again this next week, I'll give you 26 cents. And she was like, Daddy, I don't know if I want to work for you anymore. And I was like, I said, there are people every day that live just like that, right? Like she's like, they only get 26 cents. I said, no, but that's what it feels like. I was like, so what should we do? What should you do about this situation? So I said, well, I guess I got to start my own thing to decide how much money I want to make. I was like, that's the lesson I want to get across to her. So now she has this little notebook where she's writing out all her business ideas. And then she brings it to me like, hey, Daddy, what do you think about this business idea? And so we got paint and crap and yarn and crap everywhere because she's like making these little bracelet things for her business. So teach them. I'm telling you, just little things like that to kind of get them thinking a different way. It will go a long way. Because I know my dad didn't do this at 10. I was getting in trouble for bringing home seeds. But it just gets them thinking a little different. So.
Absolutely. Letting them know that they have a voice and they have, and they can do, you're told at a young age that you can do anything. I mean, my mom was real good about that. She was always like, you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want. But left out the, like, you got to go out there and learn it and get better at it and focus on what you really are passionate about. And I think that being able to share that with our children and help them have a voice and say something, and jump up as those entrepreneurs we know they're going to be,
Absolutely. I like your little backdrop back there. That's cool.
Thanks. That's a Hobby Lobby.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Well, thank you so much. And I will put this link on the Facebook. I will also put this link inside of the Tipsy Tuesday group. If you're not part of the Tipsy Tuesday group, go over to Facebook, type in Tipsy Tuesday Mastermind. You will find us over there as well. And thank you so much, Marlon.
You're very, very welcome.
We definitely want you back on as much as you will come on.
Awesome.
All right. We'll see you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.